What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today, it's not a ranking, it's not a top 10. We're going to talk about two specific games. The Mario and Luigi series is one of my favorite RPG series. Slightly better than Paper Mario in most part. Although Super Mario RPG is by far my favorite Mario RPG ever. The Mario Luigi series is always fun, no matter what. Each game is really good in their own way. So, yeah. But unfortunately, the time recording this, like about a month ago, it's only been around a year now. Alphadream going bankrupt. We do not know if the series is dead, but it's definitely the end of an era. But we could talk about these two games that I don't talk about. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Side Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. These are remakes of Superstar Saga, Bowser's Side Story. Funny enough, Bowser's Side Story being my favorite Mario and Luigi game, and Superstar Saga being my second favorite. So, hey, I wanted to play these, so yeah. Let's just go over my honest review. Now, assuming I've already talked about Superstar Saga and Bowser's Side Story in my ranking video, I'm just going to give y'all my personal opinion on each of these versions. So, let's do this. Alright, so let's talk about the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake. So, in my personal... this came out 16 years ago, I believe, from the original game, and it released on the 3DS, also known as... Wait, why isn't it on the Switch? But hey, I would like to play Superstar Saga again because I really enjoy it. And in my personal opinion, it's pretty good actually. I don't mind the change in the art style. That probably some people prefer the pixelated stuff, but honestly, it's not that much of a big deal. My real only concern is probably, I don't know if this is probably a bit nitpicky, is probably the music. It's not as exciting as the original because we're all used to that battle theme, right? So, I don't know. It's probably just me that I'm not sure if I like the music too often, but I don't know. It's pretty good for what it is. And in my opinion, for any new players, this is the best way to experience Superstar Saga. But in my personal preferred way to play it, I think I still prefer the original. I played the original so many times, so I probably just know what I'm doing now. So, hey, it won't be a big deal for which version I play. But I do think this remake is really, really good. They took out a few small cameos on like the original, if you know them very well. Especially that Geno cameo. God damn it, I prefer the original now. But other than that, I do like this version of this game. It's pretty good. And Superstar Saga being one of my second favorite Mario and Luigi game, I really do like this remake. It is weird that they did this release at the same year the Switch came out, but it's not a big deal, honestly. And then 2 years later, we got another remake. Oh, right, I didn't talk about this. The Minions mode. Oh god, that's terrible. It's sort of like Pigman or something, where you have this squad building thing with a bunch of enemies. And it's kind of neat. It has an interesting story, to say the least, but oh, this is just such a boring experience. Honestly, you literally do nothing. It's just, this is insulting. It's just so boring. It's just something I'm not into. I would just rather play the main game. I've only done the Bowser's Minions mode once. Never went back to it. And I probably never will. So yeah. That's my opinion on the remake, I guess. I do think the original is the better way, but any new players, I do think the remake is really good, honestly. And then they released another remake like 2 years later, and I'm asked myself, why? Alright, now we're going to be talking about Mario Luigi Bowser's Side Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Now, first things first, I asked myself again, why is it on the Switch? Now, I've already explained, now I know there's a ton of people out there saying, it's on the DS, so it probably can't work, and there's giant battles and all that, but I still think button commands aren't that big of a deal. It's probably not that self-explanatory, but maybe I'm just picking. But anyway, here we go. So, I already explained myself. Bowser's Side Story is like one of the perfect Mario RPGs outside of Paper Mario 64 and Super Mario RPG. And honestly, that The original game was just so perfect. There was just not many issues outside of probably the ending, near the end, I guess. But this remake, I don't know, man. Also, the fact that this released on the 3DS, but you can already play the original on 3DS anyways, so why was this made? But anyway, let's just talk about this. So, Bowser's art is, I don't know what to say, man. It's weird. And also the fact that, I don't know, man, Bowser feels a little sluggish. The game feels a little sluggish at times because it runs at 30 frames. You may not notice the difference, but that time does add up, honestly. So, yeah. And also, they got rid of a few references, or not references, a few nitpicks to the title screen. They also changed the damn theme. That was, like, what? Also, this released near the end of the 3DS, and this was actually the last Mario game released on the 3DS. Huh. No wonder, I guess. Why wasn't this on the Switch? Oh yeah! I guess we can bring up any nostalgic people. Where the heck, why was this remake instead of Partners in Time? Well, fun fact, they actually wanted to remake the best-selling title in the series, and they kind of wanted to do the whole plot of the child and father kind of story. Do we tell them that that's the whole point of Partners in Time? Regardless of the questions, I don't know. Oh, I guess I'll talk about the Minions mode. It's still not good. They add some new characters, and that's about it. Only seen once. We'll probably never see them again. Regardless of the port itself, oh yeah, the sales were terrible because, you know, you can already play the original. And oh yeah, I guess I'll talk my opinion. I still think the original is just perfect, honestly. The remake, I just forgot even exists at times. It just exists, actually. So, yeah. So that's just my opinion. I just rather play the original. I guess if you never had Bowser's Story, I think it's just a fine remake, but if you play the original, you'll know a difference. Regardless of the ports, it's not a bad remake, or not even a bad game, but just extremely pointless in my opinion. And since this game sold poorly, of one of the worst Mario games, honestly, Alphadream went bankrupt. They had some weird issues, huh? Regardless, though, these ports are good. Get Superstar Saga if you haven't played it. Don't get Bowser's Story. Get the original. Why was there a 3DS remake? Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to bring up this video because I have already made my Mario RPG ranking. Oh, and since... Oh yeah, I guess since I already made a ranking, I guess I could slightly update my tier list right here. So yeah, that's how I prefer the games. Or actually, instead of a tier list, just rank them, including the remakes. Yeah, that's how I do it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Yes, from left to right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around. Later, folks.